So Pool B of the LA Sevens kicks off with a bang with the host nation USA taking on the dangerous Samoans, who have underperformed so far throughout the last few legs of the Seven circuit. So you have to wonder, will it be this week that we see a Samoan strong team, or will it be the USA instead after a brilliant performance in Vancouver who can walk away with the victory here? But in this preview, we will be looking through at the previous fixtures, the key players to watch out for, and then also at the end a prediction of who we think will be getting the victory. But we will start with Samoa, the away side. In terms of their previous fixtures, they did finish 8th in the last competition, that being last week in Vancouver. They were defeated by Great Britain in the playoff game, 19 points to 14. Now up against the Argentines in the quarterfinal, Samoa was so close, and probably as close as they have been to beating some of the top sides on the 7th circuit for quite some time. 14 points to 12. They actually should have had a scrum right at the end of that game, which possibly could have given them the opportunity to run in a try and get themselves the win, but unfortunately missing out on that chance. Los Pumas hung on and also became the eventual winners of the Vancouver Sevens. Throughout their group stage fixtures, Samoa, they did beat Australia in their opening contest, 31 points to 7, one of their most impressive performances as of late. But then they were defeated in both of their other fixtures by the USA, 21 points to 7, and by France, 40 points to just the 7. Then for the USA, they did extremely well. They made it all the way to the 3rd place bronze final, unfortunately getting knocked out in the semis by the eventual winners, Argentina. So both of these sides suffering defeats by Argentina. Also both sides suffering defeats to France. Although for the USA, they actually lost to France twice. Once in the bronze final and once in the first game of the group stages, where they were defeated 24 points to the 12. USA though in their group pulled off the win over Australia, 26 points to 21. Also beating Samoa like I mentioned, and then beating Great Britain by a massive margin in the quarterfinals, 27-0. But now we are up to that stage of looking through at the key players for these two sides. In terms of Samoan players to watch out for, of course, they are a very physical team. They did have some impressive players throughout the Vancouver Sevens, one of which though who stepped up against the USA was Paul Eti Slater. He was the lone try scorer for Samoa in that contest. Alongside him, looking at Motu Opitai, he was able to get himself 2 tries in the opening game up against the Australians. Also in the later games, still looked like he was going to score, just narrowly missing out on the opportunity. And then the last player to watch out for the Samoans, I am once again going to be going with Steve Onisai. He did come back last leg from a relatively long layoff. Looks like he's got that try scoring ability, and I think he's going to get more tries than he got in Vancouver, in Los Angeles. So because of that, Steve Onisai, the last player for the Samoans that I am keeping an eye on. For the USA, I am going to go with Perry Baker. Of course, you have to select that man when looking through at keys. Ever since he's come back for the USA, they've just looked at next level, and even if he doesn't touch the ball much throughout a game, just that experience factor, having him out on the field, helping control traffic, is massively beneficial for the USA. Another player to watch out for, I am going with Kevon Williams. Now, he actually did score himself a try up against the Samoas the last time that these two sides played. Perry Baker was the same, so I'm going with those two who do know how to score up against Samoa. Perhaps they can do it again here. And the last player to watch out for, I'm actually going to go with Joe Schroeder, mainly because of that extra size that he brings. Matching up with Samoa physically, I'll be honest, this USA side, they don't look too bad. They've got some big individuals, Schroeder being one of them, Fualao, Tupuola, some big boys that are going to have to really work hard in the breakdowns, and also with those aggressive tackles, try and get that ball back, have the USA with a lot more possession. But now we are up to that stage of a prediction of the score. Now we've got to remember the USA, they do actually have home field advantage in this contest. We saw that for the Canadians, that didn't really seem to have much of an impact though. Last week, they did finish 4th in their pool. I don't think USA are finishing 4th in their group though. Definitely not, because we got a little bit of a glimpse of what they can do last week. I think they're going to continue it this week, and I'm actually going to say it will be 19 points to 7 in this game. So only one missed conversion difference compared to when these two sides played last. I would love to see Samoa maybe push towards that 12, 19 points would even be great. But I still see the USA winning this game by 2 tries. So we will go with that 19 points to 7. But we are going to be doing the commentary on the channel, ladies and gents. It's kicking off at 5:44 PM New Zealand time on Saturday. Should be an outstanding game. And it is also the opening contest for these two sides as they head throughout the LA Sevens. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Do let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. And I will see you all for the next one.